Japanese Literature Project in English, passed to Sir Mel Palaganas, passed by Stephanie Marpakasi. Japanese literature spans a period of almost 2 millennia of writing. Early work was heavily influenced by Chinese literature, but Japan quickly developed a style and quality of its own. When Japan reopened its ports to Western trading and diplomacy in the 19th century, Western literature had a strong effect on Japanese writers, and this influence is still seen today. Japanese literature is best read in the original. Although Japanese literature and Japanese authors are perhaps not as well known in the West as those in the European and American canons, Japan possesses an ancient and rich literary tradition that draws upon a millennium and a half of written records. Japanese history. The following general guide is based on important political culture events. The immense span of years covered in this article, it is not comprehensive but rather highlights prominent works and authors of the various periods. Japan adopted its writing system from China, often using these Chinese characters to represent Japanese words with similar phonetic sounds. Though the Japanese writing system was adapted from Chinese, the two languages are unrelated. The rich emotional vocabulary of the Japanese language gave rise to a refined sensitivity of expression, while Chinese was often used to write about more intellectual and abstract concepts, such as morality and justice. From the Asian mainland, writing became possible as there was no native writing system. The only literary language was the classical Chinese to begin with. Later, the characters were adapted to write Japanese, creating that is known as the Manyogana. Works created in the Nara period including Kojiki, Nihon Shoki, and Manyoshu. The language used in the works of this period differs significantly from later periods in both its grammar and phonology. Classical Japanese literature generally refers to literature produced during the Heian period of the golden era of art and literature. The poem was also written during the early this period, becoming the standard order for the Japanese syllabary until 19th century Meiji era reforms. There was no professional poets, but most of them were courtiers or ladies in waiting. Editing the analogies of poetry was one of the national enterprises. The poetry in that time was elegant and sophisticated and expressed their emotions in rhythmical style. Japanese medieval literature. Writing Japanese using a mixture of kanji and kana, the way it is done today, started with these works in the medieval period. Literature of this period evidences the influences that Buddhism and Zen ethics had on the emerging samurai class. Work from this period is noted for insights into life and death, simple lifestyles, and redemption of killing. During this period, Japan experienced many civil wars, which led to the development of a warrior class and a widespread interest in war tales, histories, and related stories. Work from this period is notable for its insights into life and death, simple lifestyles, and redemption through killing. The literature of this time was written during the generally peaceful Tokugawa period, commonly referred to as the Edo period, due in large part to the rise of the working and middle class in the new capital of Edo. Many genres of literature made their debut during the Edo period, inspired by a rising literacy rate among the growing population of townspeople, as well as the development of legendary libraries. Although there was a minor Western influence trickling into the country from the Dutch settlement at Nagasaki, it was the importance of Chinese vernacular fiction that proved the greatest outside influence on the development of early modern Japanese